Hello there. I'm giving you a tutorial about how to play as an alien commander in the game Silica, which is currently in the early access phase. So some gameplay things might change over time, but I hope this will give you a good introduction, how to set up your base, how to get some eco up, and some basic playstyle. So let's start. I picked here the map Great Urk, and we will pick here human vs aliens, and we will take the alien commander. So here to start, what's quite good. The spawn looks quite good because, as you can see, I have access to two biotics. Biotics are the places or the stuff you want to harvest, and the harvesting is done by your shrimpies. Here you go, the shrimps already going to this biotics, but they need to cache the biotics in which they are harvesting. And to cache this in, you need a biocache close to the biotics. And to get some build radius to the biotics, you need to expand using nodes. So now I can place my biocache. Also here. You don't want to place it too close. You also don't want to place it too far. So what I'm doing next is I'm sending out crabs to explore the map a little bit to find more biotics. In the game itself, with multiplayer, your FPS player will help you to find more biotics. So once this biocache is finished, you can build a lesser spawning cyst. And you should build this lesser spawner cyst close to the biotics, because you will pump out more shrimps from the lesser cyst, which you need for harvesting, and the more shrimps, the better. And what I'm doing now is expand our build radius towards the next biotics. By the way, the map you can open by pressing tab or the M button. And as you see, I use it quite often just to see my orientation, where I need to know to, but also usually to see if some things are happening on the map, if I'm getting attacked from the human faction. So yeah, and in-game usually also you will have, you can ask your players to scout for the enemy base, which is also quite important, because it should, if you put some pressure early on in the game on the enemy base, so will not get some stupid ideas to harass your base and like kill your shrimps, avoiding that you are getting eco up and so on. You rather want to kill their eco early. So a good layout is have to access to at least like 4 biotics at the start, to build about 3 to 4 lesser spawning cysts, and to spam out shrimps. So also here let's make our 3 lesser cysts start. And to find the enemy, you can send a crab in each corner of the map. And it helps to know where the enemy is, because you can set up a forward base there. Your FPS players will spawn from a lesser cyst, and if you place this lesser cyst as close to the enemy base, they don't have to walk such a long distance. So that means you can harass them much quicker. Though eco is going up, we are producing some shrimps, we are noding to more biotics, always no to more stuff, because the biotics will be depleted at some part and the shrimps need to move to a new position or new biotics. So once this one also finished, we can get out more shrimps. And what you can do now, if you have 3 to 4 lesser cysts available, if you have some money incoming and some shrimps out there, you can start to build a quantum cortex. The quantum cortex is one of the most important buildings. You need it for research to get out larger units and get units out with have more damage. Yeah, you see here we encounter an enemy quad, heavy quad. So going to start to know to expand our base into this direction, because the enemy base might be somewhere in this area. It's also good to send some units into this direction, because they probably will also attack from this direction. And you need to protect your noding or forward base you want to build towards them. So to open the build menu below, you can press the button C. So you see eco is going up, always build shrimps, and here we go. And of course you can node in parallel and multiple directions. It takes 6 seconds to build one node. Yeah, here we go. The base is raised in the west to our base. So the tech is up. We're going for Mark 1. Once Mark 1 is finished, we can build a crater spawning cyst, which helps to build larger units. But also if we add Mark 1, we can also build other units from the lesser spawning cyst. What I also like to do is to place a smaller spawning cyst to my ongoing expansion towards the enemy, though that my human players, which are not there currently, or my FPS players, can spawn close to the enemy base and also protect my expansion. So yeah, a big advantage of the alien faction is they can upgrade much quicker than the human faction and get out stronger units also more in early game. So I reached Mark 1, I can build now the crater spawning system. I usually build one at the forward position and one near my cortex, which needs to be protected. And at this time the human faction will also have a barracks out. So your enemy players will probably spawn in with hover bikes trying to kill your expansions, your biotics, your shrimps. And you cannot kill the biotics, but you can kill the shrimps or the biocache, which will result in eco damage. So you need to protect this. You need to ask your players to help out there. In particular in the early game. Later on, you can also build like a crater spawning cyst near the biotics your shrimps are harvesting, and build some defense unit. And once the biotics is depleted, they can move on with the shrimps to the next position and be something like a bodyguard. So we already reached Mark II in research, and we have more money incoming. So what we can do is maybe we can build also a grand spawning cyst now, which can build a Goliath. It's a quite strong unit. We only can build a hunter from the crater spawning cyst until we reach Mark III. Let's build just one. And let's kill these scouts here. Are there more scouts incoming? Maybe we need to split a little bit our army here. As you see, I'm continuing to pump out stuff here, and we reached higher level research level. You can also build here some dragonflies, wasps, or whatever. It's nice to have some wasps scattered all around your base, so your FPS players can move along the map a little bit quicker. Okay, sending a little bit of scouts into our base. Now we can build a behemoth. If you want to go for, if you're quick in taking up and whatever, you can build a firebug and go for the enemy harvesters to kill their eco early on. They don't have air units set early. What you also want to build is some behemoths near to your quantum cortex, because you need to defend it at all costs. If the quantum cortex is done, you need to rebuild it, you need to tech up all the way up again. It's very expensive and time consuming. What you see here, the shrimps have finished with harvesting out the biotics. So they'll move to another spot. And you see they moved from this spot to this spot, and now they're clumping up. So what I'm doing here is a little bit to split them to this biotics. So more and more money is coming in. Here I can build a Goliath, can also build another crater spawning cyst, and I need spend a little bit time defending my base. You can jump into your hunter by selecting the hunter and pressing the button direct control, or just pressing F to get in and out the hunter. And you see it's a quite useful unit in the early game to counter this harassment. So the behemoth is out. So what I also want to do is usually to build closer to the enemy base and to enclose them. Like not attack them from one side, attack them from multiple sides, build more forward bases. So here we go for the behemoth. Behemoth is quite nice against air units, but also good against infantry. But the behemoth you see here will probably be changed, because you see the auto lock, target lock on is quite OP. And to switch to alien vision, you can press the button Q or N. So it's always a balance, like how much do you want to micro, how much do you want to go to grow up on your base. So usually a combination of a scorpion and a behemoth is quite potential. And yeah, we also can build here some shrimps from this part. And you want to set up the behemoths around your quantum cortex on the high ground to protect against air units. You can also place some turrets, some hive spires across your base, but they are not so efficient like a behemoth or a unit, a space attack. So let's build another Goliath, and you also can expand further to the enemy base. Maybe you can also build more lesser spawning cysts to build more shrimps. The eco is okay yet, but could be better. In a competitive game I would have lost already probably, because I'm too slow with my noding and expansion, but I guess you get the idea. So let's build a few more units and then we can walk into the enemy base. Let's build another crater spawning cyst. Well, else you can build a colossal spawning cyst. From the colossal spawning cyst you can spawn our defiler at research level 3 and Colossus at research level 4. Colossus is a heavy flying unit, but usually I don't build it that often because currently the attack range is too low in my opinion, and it tends to get killed by enemy tanks. Another behemoth is out. Let's build 2 more. And what you also want to do, I forgot a little bit, is to have some behemoths out at your expansions to protect against incoming enemy air units, which will be available about now. So about 15-60 minutes in, if you have a decent commander, he will have his first fighter or gunship available. And if it's not protected against the air, they will kill your eco, most of your shrimps. So, as you see, I'm continuing noding. Usually the enemy is also expanding now. You want really to enclose him, that he cannot expand further. Attack his refineries, give some more pressure on him. Because I'm fighting against a stupid AI right now, I won't need that. So let's send some units forward. And what you see, I can probably node as fast as the units are moving. The noding will probably also change. You will get like the option to put down like a chain node, which will be built one by one, because you see it takes too much time to place one node from another, and if in a later game you are too busy with setting up your army, and it's tricky to keep still a focus on your eco at the same time. But you see, I got a lot of money. I could build more spawning cysts right now to use this money more efficient. In the best case, you match your production rate with the income you have. So the enemy is just standing in light units. Yeah, usually the first tank is available at like 13 to 15 minutes from a human commander. But you can send in a firebug if you're quick at 11 minutes. and they will have a hard time to kill that unit. If they're lucky, they can get up some anti-air by that time. So let's move this army to the enemy base. If you press Shift and select a unit, and they can walk a little bit quicker, but I guess their attack capabilities are reduced or not attacking very well. You see the firebug, the air unit, it can spit some fire, and secondary attack is a melee attack. It's quite powerful to kill harvesters. So, moving in. And expanding at the same time. Usually your FPS players will take over some units and will do most of them move in. You just need to send some of the AI units with them. Depends how many players you have in your team. And don't send in unit by one, you want to send in as a group. And this looks also like a nice spot as a forward base. It's hidden behind the dune a little bit, so you can set up a forward base here as well. Spawn in some great assist, have a good eco now. And what you want to do is, as I mentioned before, is like to enclose your enemy and build several of those forward bases to attack them from multiple sides. So you want to kill him, his harvesters, his eco if he's too strong at the beginning, or not the beginning, in the mid game, or just go straight for his HQ or attack. His or her attack. Yeah, but you see AI is not so strong, it's quite weak. And it's not enough as a good practice for a multiplayer game later. So the HQ has some turret defenses, but it seems that the Goliath will make it. Goliath is quite good against damage of buildings and heavy units. So, I guess that's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and you get a little bit of an idea how to play as an alien commander. Of course, this was not like a high performance game. I was showing you just some basics. What has not been really shown well is like how to defend your biotics, because it's not like played in a multiplayer game itself, but as I mentioned, it's hard to comment and play a very intense RTS game at the same time. So have a good one, and please let me know in the comments if there are some things you want to know about Silica, playing as a commander. If I forgot something, just put it in there. And yeah, see ya.